What's the difference between a winning team and a poorly run, poor results team? Well, there are actually 7 keys, and if you stick around, I'll give you an extra bonus one as well. The first key is strong leadership. Now, strong leadership does not mean commanding or authoritarian or demanding, although it is kind of demanding. It's demanding that people live up to the expectations and the standards and the value of the organization and staying firm with regard to those, because otherwise you end up with chaos. If the leader does not set and establish and maintain standards, the organization will inevitably regress down to a level of mediocrity. And if that's your game plan, you want to compete at the level of mediocrity, then don't be a strong leader. But if you want your business to go and grow and progress and get better and stronger and have an easier time in the marketplace, then make sure that you exert and practice strong leadership. Now, the second key is getting really good people. There is no team in sports that can perform at a really high level without good people. Every sports organization is always trying to get the best people that they can afford given their goals. Not every sports organization wants to perform at the highest level. They just want to provide some entertainment. And I don't think that's really the best idea in your business, is just to provide entertainment. What you want to do is to get the best people that you can afford. And as people leave your organization, strive to get somebody better. All right, so the best people and strong leadership. Next, we've got a common goal. A common goal is how everyone focuses their energy. It's like having a North Star. Everybody can point to it. This is what we're trying to achieve. The leader, him or herself, gets out of being an arbitrary leader by saying, this is what our goal is, this is what our plan is, this is how we are going to get there. And therefore, it takes it out of that realm of us and them internally, or me and you. It is, we are all in this together trying to achieve that. So you've got to have the next key, which is rules of the game. Every sport has inbounds and out of bounds. It has fouls or penalties, and it has a goal that you're striving to achieve. More points in some form. That's how you measure success, getting more points. But this gets back to strong leadership. And that is, you want people to be able to abide by the rules. What are the rules? This is a penalty. This is out of bounds. This is not acceptable. So here is how you win. Do these things and we win. Be very clear on the rules of the game. The next key to a winning team is to have a clear action plan. It's one thing to have a clear direction. We want to have a goal. We want to stay in bounds, and we want to have the fewest penalties or fouls. But what we have to do as well is that we've got to have an actual plan, a game plan. And that is, if we do these activities, we should be able to see these type of results. And if we get these type of results, we know we are making progress and we're getting where we want to go. So that is what an action plan is. It is strategies that are built on the concept of if X, then Y. If we do these activities, we get these results, and that moves us down the field. Now, the next key to a winning team has to do with how people think about themselves. And that is, they need to think about themselves as having agency, or having a part of how things get done. And so what we want to do is we want to support some risk taking. Not a lot, because we don't want people being freelancers and just doing whatever. But we do want them to start thinking about, gosh, if we did something a little bit different, or if I did something different, maybe we'd get better results. Because if you don't support risk taking, all you will get is people who are automatons. They are just doing what they do without really thinking about it and adding any additional insight or value based upon the circumstances. So, the seventh key to a winning team is 100% involvement. And that is, you can't have bystanders or spectators. Everybody's got to be involved. And so if you're doing planning, everybody's got a plan. If you're doing training in some way, everybody needs to be getting some training. Maybe not the same type of training, but they're getting training and they're involved in moving the business forward. And the expectation should be that they are involved and that they are able and encouraged to take some risk to continue to create progress in the business. And of course, this becomes infectious because as people see the business growing, they see more opportunity for themselves. And it becomes a virtuous cycle of they want more, they become better because they're learning and growing more. Now, the bonus force multiplier for a winning team is continuous learning. And it is up to the leader to kind of force that or encourage it or guide it, to initiate it, to make sure it happens. And I've seen it all too often. Business owners will say, yeah, I believe in learning and training, but they never take the time. They never put it on the calendar. They never organize some form of continuous learning. And the reason I call it a force multiplier is because the more you learn, the more you earn. This is true for your employees as well as the business as a whole. Because if people stop learning, that means they can't do more than what they're doing now. They've got to learn, and the market conditions are changing all the time. Technology is changing all the time. And so you as a leader have to make sure that your team members are structuring a training, a learning, and getting involved and making sure by testing to see if they are learning. And this will multiply how to be a better leader, how to get better people, how to focus more clearly on a common goal, how to abide by the rules of the game, and engage in the game plan, and what it means to take risk. Okay, so that is why it is so powerful. And you wouldn't be here if you weren't working at continuous learning. So you have got it within you. All you have to do is help facilitate your employees to get that as well. Well, I hope these 7 keys to a winning team plus a bonus have been very useful for you. And I look forward to watching you continue your journey to make your business better.